Oh my gosh. Let's see what's over here. Who is this young man over here? He's back.
I just showed up for the coffee.
Doesn't take much for the great Jeff Jacklich. Guys, good morning. It's Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. And yeah, we got a drop-in special guest today, sporting the K-Swiss t-shirt, the great Jeff Jacklich.
Marty Hines. There you go, bud.
Marty Hines, goldballhunting.com, you know.
Yeah.
So, guys, what's going on out there today? Boy, last day of the year, Jeffrey. For me, it's kind of like, what have I not done that I should have done? And the list is pretty long, typically. And it goes into starting, well, tomorrow I better start something. Hey, guys, the title of this today is 7 Around 7. And here's my thought for 2021 is let's go for about 7 minutes every morning at around 7. That's kind of catchy. 7 around 7.
7 at 7.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I'm going to say around 7 because I can't be that precise sometimes. It doesn't actually happen at 7 a.m. Pacific.
I think some news channel already has that 7 at 7, right? Something like that.
ABC 7 at 7. Like that's right. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to try to make this under 7 minutes today. We're already a minute and 35 seconds into it. So, Jeff, we were kind of kicking around topics this morning.
Yeah.
And one of the things I asked you was, and I thought you had a great topic, which is, you know, you go to tell someone, you kind of give them the keys to the kingdom or one of the keys to the kingdom.
Right.
And the first thing they do is, yeah, but I also got to make sure I do this other thing too.
Right.
Which kind of dilutes that key.
Dilutes the message.
Right. And so the key is really just a fundamental, right? And
yeah.
One of the fundamentals that that I hear all the time in the court, someone, and you know, guys, we've talked about this recently. You know, you got to stop berating yourself immediately after the end of the point. Well, one thing that I hear a lot of is, "Oh, come on, man, you got to move your feet. Let's go. Let's get the feet moving."
Yeah.
Well, that's fundamental, Jeff. But what's the problem with that self-beration?
Context. I mean, context. So, and that's, I think, you know, one of the problems, let's say, or blind spots of being coached. Are you so eager to be part of the solution and understanding that you want to add something to what you've just been coached on? And I can tell you that is all that tells me when a student wants to do that, a player wants to do that, is that they haven't actually heard what I just told them. That they're so involved in wanting to help, wanting to know, wanting to show what they know, or whatever's going on inside between the two ears, as opposed to hearing what I just told them, taking what you just said, you know, moving your feet, but in context. Moving your feet in and of itself won't do anything for you. So it has to be in context, in preparation, in spacing, in being stable when you make contact with the ball. So moving your feet as a sole ingredient doesn't really move the meter at all. And so that one's a really popular one. Okay, I need you to do X, Y, Z. Yeah, and I got to move my feet. Okay, wait a second. Please don't help. Can you just do what I've just told you to do? And the moving of the feet is part of the equation. But if it's out of context, it makes no sense, and it doesn't actually help you with being stable when you're hitting the ball, the recovery and prep and all those things. The feet it has to be in context. So, and that goes for anything you're trying to learn out there on the tennis court. You know, when you're being coached, don't be eager to help. Be eager just to really, are you getting what you've just been told? Are you getting it? And that's where you should really focus your attention is, do I understand the concept that's just been explained to me? So what you're saying is, if I do this first, then I have the possibility of being able to catch the second thing, which I have the possibility then of catching the third thing. And all those things are different. But the execution of the previous variable is what allows you then to be efficient in the next variable. So I hope that makes sense.
No, that's good. That's good. I think about like, one of my favorite practice partners, to remain nameless. Oftentimes, not oftentimes, but often enough, I'll hit a serve, and he'll kind of run himself into the serve trying to hit a certain shot, and miss it, and go into the thing. Come on, man, you got to move your feet. You got to move your feet. And I want to say, well, you got to add to that. Come on, you got to do a better job of moving your feet so that you create the necessary space to be able to hit that shot that you were trying to hit. So as you're talking about with context of, hey, you got to move your feet is not enough. You've got to really do a deeper dive in terms of, well, why do I need to move my feet in this particular situation? Well, most of the time is to be able to create space, right? It's to be able to get that right spatial distance away from the path of that incoming serve. You may have the greatest shot intentionality. You may go, yeah, I'm going to get around this thing in the ad court, hit a forehand up the line. That's fine. But if you don't move your feet so that you create space. So if you're going to self-coach on that thing, don't just go with the general, oh man, you got to move your feet. You got to move your feet. You got to tell your brain the reason why. And so I hope that makes sense today, guys. Where are we at here? Oh, we're at 6:38. I got to wrap this up.
All right. I'm
going to try to really go around 7 for the next 367 days.
Holy smokes.
Whoa. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, starting tomorrow, I'm going to do the January 2021 reboot. I promise you today there will be a link that you can get registered. It's going to be free. But every day I'm going to do a little something during January, 31 days, and we're going to reboot, whether it's body, whether we got to drop some weight, whether we got to get a little quicker, whether we got to get a little bit better endurance, maybe mentally. We got to maybe stop with the.
How do I sign up, Brent?
Okay. Well, you're permanently signed up, Jeff.
Okay.
You're just in there. So, the great Ian Farrar. Yeah, tennis players need superfoods. Yes, they do. That might be a part of what we talk about for the next 31 days too. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. And our nice little surprise guest, the great Jeff Jacklich.
Happy New Year, B.
Yeah, you too, man. A lot of fun having you down here for the last few days, hitting tennis balls and
grass.
And actually, I think I learned something about my forehand. That's going to be one of the things I'm going to be working on in 2021. Guys, get out there today. Help someone else have a great day. And it'll be interesting to see how many people show up tomorrow at 7 o'clock Pacific on January 1st. Be smart tonight. Don't screw it up. See you guys tomorrow.